In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to print on the fly double-sided and how to set it for your printer preferences to always print double-sided to save paper. So to do it on the fly, this is just a test document we have open, and we also have a test email open so you can show you how to do it both in Outlook and in Word. So in Word, to print it just double-sided, just on the fly, you can go to File, go to Print, select your printer, and then you can go down to where it says print one-sided, and you can see where we have the option where it says print on both sides. So this is just on the fly. If you just want to do it every once in a while, this is a good way to just do that, and then you can just hit print. Now if you want to be able to have this as your default so it always is set to that print on both sides, there's a couple ways to do it, but the easiest way I find is going to Control Panel. So let's go ahead and open up Control Panel. Go to Devices and Printers. Then you're going to right click on your printer and go to Printer Preferences. Now this will set the default for almost every application. It's not compatible with every program, but most Office products it'll default to that double-sided. And you can see we have the option right here where it says print on both sides manually. Now our printer is not set up for double-sided automatically. So that's why you have to do it manually, and what that means is when you print double-sided on, let's say, 2 pages, it'll print one document, and the printer will wait until you get to the printer, take that print job, flip it over, and put it back into the paper feed so it can print on the other side. So you can that's why it says manually, because you have to go physically to the printer, take the first page out, flip it over so it can print on that second page. Now if you have a printer that does it, that can is compatible with double-sided printing automatically, you won't even see this manual option here. It'll just print double-sided right away, and then you'll be good. But in my instance, I have to do it manually. So we're going to go flip on long edge, which is usually what everyone wants. Hit OK. Now when we go back to Word, our options will be different. So then we hit print, and you can see now our option is defaulted to print on both sides, because that's what it's pulling the printer's preferences into Word, and that's why it's the default now. So now it's always going to default to that. Now let's go ahead and open up an Outlook email, and let's take a look at this. Okay, we have a random email pulled up, and it's going to be the same thing like Word. We're going to go to File, and now that our default is set to print double-sided, it's going to automatically do that on this particular printer. So you don't even have to change any settings. And if you want to confirm that you have the correct settings before you hit print, you can go to Print Options here, and then go to Properties. And you can see the default is to flip on long edge. Now if it's set to none, then it's obviously not going to print double-sided, so you do want to change that to flip. But since we changed that default in the actual printer settings, any program that opens is not all programs will be compatible with this, but most Office products across the board, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, will take those preferences and bring them right into that product, and then it'll print double-sided or whatever your settings might be. So that's how easy you can do that. So if I hit cancel, and then get out of here, if I go back into my control panel, and let's say I don't want double-sided set as my default, I go right click on it, printer preferences, and then we'll change this print on both sides to none. Now sometimes the setting won't be this easy to get to. It might be in a different tab, and you might just have to find it. But right here it's in the front. I like HP because usually their settings are pretty easy to get to. I'm going to set it back to none, and now when I go back to our email and go to File, Print, this will print single-sided right through the printer. But if we want to change it, hence we can go to Printer Options, Properties, and we can adjust this for that particular print job. You can see it's now set to none by default, but we can change it and then print this double-sided. I hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment if you guys have any other questions. Thanks.